Again, someone is trying to enter our class. I don't know. So we have lost many students by this time.
Sir, they rejoined. It happened twice, right? So they still rejoined.
I understand, but that is not really expected, because if it happens again and again, we will not be able to complete the discussion. Anyway, so let me start. So can you see where we left?
So can you repeat the question?
Repeat. Okay. Cancel. So the problem, now we are going to solve a problem. The problem is we have the data probably taken from another source or whatever, where the dates are mentioned in this manner, but Excel cannot recognize it. So to help Excel recognize it, what we should do, we should select the data. Then we can use the tool called data text to column, under data, text to column, under data. And so if we click text to column, then Excel will try to recognize the data and also ask you some information, based on which Excel will recognize what it is actually. Okay, so I'm just giving an example of use of text to column, but you can make use of it in varieties of manner for solving different kind of data recognition problem. Okay, so you have to play around it. So you have to go to next. Then you can see, you can actually show the preview. If the preview is showing the data correctly, then it is okay. So right at this point, it is showing all the figures. That is not a problem. That is not a problem. So for example, let me show you. If we say that the delimiters, delimiters means what is separating the data. If we say that the delimiter is actually not tab, rather it is 0, then you can see whenever there is a 0, it will separate the data into different columns. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand or not?
Yes,
if
sir.
we look at the data, the first one 2022 0101, so every 0 is being considered as the separator of the data. So Excel will automatically change it, it will move it to the next column whenever there is a 0. Again, if we instead 0, if we press 2, if we say that the separator is 2, then whenever there is a 2, that will be considered as an indication that the remaining data will go to the next column. Okay, this is how it works actually. So you can also use space, comma, semicolon, tab. So sometimes you copy data from another source where maybe it is separated by comma or semicolon or space, so whichever is appropriate, you have to use that. So anyway, we are using tab, not any other thing, because in Excel, tab actually is by default indicates that it is going to the next column. So you can keep tab as the default. So if we go to next, then you can see that we have some more options here. This screen lets you select each column and set the data format. So this is important for us because we want to teach Excel about the format, about the intended format here. So we know that we actually want to make it a date. So let us click date. Okay, and the date format is month, day, year, day, month, year, year, month, day, month, year, date. Which one is correct? Tell me which one is appropriate.
Day, month, year.
Are you sure?
Year, month, day.
Month. Okay, year, month, day. Okay, so YMD will be the correct one. Okay, so destination by default is the original destination. That means D2. It will create. It will it will actually replace the existing value if you keep it at as it is. But if you instead, for example, if you make it H2, then the new information will be copied to another column, H column. Okay. So now if we click finish, let's see what happened. So we have got the information here, and can you see that it has already been, it is already in the date format. Can you understand? Do you understand that? Hello, students, do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want to give you 3 minutes time to practice it, and if you want, the students can share. Who wants to share, and other students will help. I will expect that someone who is not fully clear will share the screen, and others will help him or her. So who is the student wants to do it in front of everyone? Anybody? You have already understood that our class is not typical class. This is a free and frank class. Students will tell about their problems, and others will help. Anybody? Anybody wants to volunteer?
Sir, I can try, but I have to check if my Excel is working properly or not. Because
Okay, no problem. If your Excel is not working, the other students will help, to make it working properly. Don't worry. Please share your screen. I'm giving you the sharing option.
Yes.
Oh my God. Another. Hello, can you hear me?
Sir, once you stop screen sharing, then I can see.
Okay. But some, I have got an information. You have been signed out because your account is signed in from another device. Why?
Mine.
Why it is happening? Why is it happening? Can you hear me or not?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yes,
Whose
sir, I can.
account is signed from another?
I don't know. Okay, I will stop the sharing. Now you do it.
1 second, sir. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, I didn't fill in the things before.
Is it working?
Yes, sir, but still seems a little problem.
What problem?
I forgot it's a problem for me. I forgot the heading.
Okay, you can make your own, no problem. Do not make it too big. Just, okay, write the date, the date. So just arbitrarily put 3 or 4 dates. You don't have to put 13 dates like me.
Okay, sir.
Other students, please help her if she has any problem. Actually, sometimes you can also use these text to column. Sometimes Excel does not recognize number as a number. In that case, you can actually use the text to column to convert it into number.
Yes, sir. Sir, is it visible? I forgot the step after this. Sir.
So who can help her?
Suvira,
Yes,
click on the data.
it text to column, right?
Yeah.
So,
First, you select the column.
Select the date column. I mean the
Select
data.
the data.
I mean the entire column.
then text to column. It's tab, right? Tab. Apply. Did I do it correctly?
Once go to text to columns. Let's try again. Wait.
Maybe it's because I'm just directly applying a book. I made a mistake. I put it in a order. I put 5, 4, 3. I didn't.
Actually, it does not have to be in order.
No,
It can
no
be
need to
any
be.
order. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the mistake I made. I put it in order. Is it okay?
Yeah, I mean select. It's okay. Click on the semicolon. Remove that. I mean remove tab. Yeah. Apply now. Go on to the apply.
Now there are changes. 4, 4.
Actually, we can see that it is still like before, right?
No, so the months were different. I put different months.
That is not a problem actually. Can you select? Can you go to data again? Data.
I'm still on data.
And click on text to column.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Then Right, then do not put semicolon, keep tab. Unselect, okay, then custom value, and do not apply yet. Okay, no, that is okay. I think this is a different version of
No,
X.
sir. She is doing an online, sir.
Oh, I see. Probably
I mean,
this is
she's not in our separate software.
yeah,
Yeah,
so probably
because my the inbuilt Excel is not working. That's why I'm
it's
doing
fine,
the
no
one.
problem. So probably the online version does not give all the things, online version does not give all the options.
Yes.
So that is also very interesting thing we learn, by using the online version, probably we cannot apply all the tools fully. Anyway, we can use the basic one only, but it cannot convert it into date. Okay, it's fine. So anybody else want to show? If not, then we can go to the next one.
Sir, I'll stop screen sharing.
Yeah, please. Okay. Well, now we are going to discuss about another thing, another interesting thing that is Vlookup and Hlookup. We will start with Vlookup. So let us copy the dates. Let us remove it by dragging it to this column, due date. Already data, okay, no problem, remove it. So we have got the date. You know about the format, right? So you can actually change the format of the date to make it more readable, or what should I say? So we can also use this one, 14/3/2012. So year will come first, then month, then date. We can also customize this. We have different many other options. Like you can go to custom, then we can use like this one, day DMMMY. That means 1 digit for date, 1 digit if it is 1 digit date. If it is 15, then it will be 15. Then month for three digit text of month, like January will show only JAN. Then YY, that means only 21 or 22, something like that. Okay, you can actually use this, or you can use this one. There are different ways of doing. So let us choose this one. Okay, so you can see we have this is more readable, isn't it? Anyway, so now let us think about another table of data where we want to find the country of selling different products. Okay, so we have only two columns, product and country. And we are going to take the list of the products from here. So let me just copy from here. Oh, I see. Anyway, we can do that, no problem. Let us copy it here. So we have products A, B, C, M, N, E, O, and F. We actually also have D. Okay, we also have D, right? B, C, D. We don't have D here. Okay, so we can keep it. Okay. So now we want to find what is the country of, because we have entered different country for different products. So for every product, we'll get a single country. How can we go that? How can we do that? Actually, we can manually check, what is the country of product A. This is Sri Lanka, and again Malaysia. So we have got more actually, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So okay, rather than making it complicated. Let me write down country, make it easier, country and cell amount. Okay, now it will be easier. So now let us write the name of the countries in order alphabetically. You know how to do that. I'm copying all the country names here, and then we can sort. You already know how to sort A to Z. So Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India. So it is alphabetically arranged. That is not part of our exercise. That is only, I'm just developing the table for exercise. So we have got the table for exercise. So we have got the country names. Now we want to find out the cell amount. Okay. So what we can do, we can look for Afghanistan here and then see 2,50,000, and we can type it here, 2,50,000. And we can very easily do this for the 13 countries. But if we have cell in 160 countries or 150 countries, in that case, it will be very difficult for us to choose one by one and find out the cell amount one by one and type it. So in that case, Excel can help us very easily. Excel can help us very easily. How? Okay, we can ask Excel to look for Afghanistan in the table, in this table, in the first column of this table, and then come up with a certain value in one of the next column. Okay, are you listening to me very carefully? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and try to do it again and again if you have not learned it before. So what formula we can use is Vlookup, vertical lookup. Vlookup is for vertical lookup. VLOOKUP, bracket starts, then you can see the hint of the formula elements. So lookup value is the value that you ask Excel to look up. So we want Excel to look up Afghanistan in the first column of the table array. Okay, so you have to give the table array. So what is the table array? The table array is the table from where it will look for this value in the first column. Remember, you have to keep the lookup value in the first. You cannot select the whole table. You have to select only this portion. You have to consider it as the table, because Afghanistan is only in the first column. Only in the first column if you select table in this manner. That is E1 to F13. Okay, and then comma, and then column index number. So now you have to put down the number of column from which the Excel will return the value. So you want the cell amount of Afghanistan. So you can see cell amount of Afghanistan is in which column? First column or second column of the table array that we have selected?
Second column.
Second column. So you have to type 2. Okay, then actually we have two options. You can ignore it. If you ignore it, then Excel will consider it as false. So you can either type true or false. Normally we want the exact matching. For example, if we want the value of Afghanistan, and if it is a bit different, then it will also be considered by Excel as a match. So it is always better to keep it false. We usually keep it always false. Remember that. So bracket close. Now if you enter, you can see Excel has returned the column. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, someone asked me whether we are in the class or not.
Sir, we are here, sir.
We are in the class.
Okay. So, so you can see that we have the second column value following corresponding to Afghanistan, okay. So can you see the formula? Excel is asking we are asking Excel to find K2, that means the value in K2 is Afghanistan. So we are asking Excel to find Afghanistan in the first column of this table, E1 to F14, okay, this table, first column of this table, and return the value of the second column, that is 2,50,000. Have you understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
now
for every country, we need to do the same thing, or else we
No.
need to copy paste it.
no, this is what I'm going to tell you. Thank you for asking. So now, if we want to do this formula again and again, then it is even more difficult, isn't it? So the trick is you can actually copy this formula down, but before doing that, you have to make sure that the table array is fixed. Otherwise, if you copy down, then the table will also be adjusted. So let me show. If we do not fix the table, then what happens? Okay, Excel is showing by highlighting the table. Do you see it? Excel is showing
Yes,
the
sir.
table array by highlighting it, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
let's copy it and see what happens. So I'm dragging down to copy it. And let us see Bangladesh. For Bangladesh, we have 30,000. Now, for Bangladesh, we have 30,000. That is fine. For Bhutan, we have 55,000. For Bhutan, where is Bhutan? We have 55,000. But for India, we don't have any value, but it is actually 20,000. So let us check what is the problem. Why some values are wrong here? Why some values are wrong? To check it, let us click the next one and double click it to see what happened actually. You can see it is looking the value in K3, that is Bangladesh, in what table? From E2 to F15. So from here to here, you can see the table has gone down.
Yes, sir.
Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
So you
Selecting the blank.
the first one, yeah. The first one was from E1 to F14, right? Now the second one, it is starting the next from E2 to F15. Now, if you go here and double click, you can see it is starting another row down. If you go down again, it is another row down. So you can see if you go to the last one, you will see the table has gone down too much. So to log the table, what we need to do, we need to log the cell reference of the table array. So we have to put a $sign before E. We have to put a $sign before 1. We have to put a $sign before F, and we have to put a $sign before 14. Then, no matter how much down you drag it, copy it, the table array will remain the same. Okay, now let us check. So it's the original table. Now, if you look at this one, again, still the same table remains. India, same table remains. And the last one, Sri Lanka, same table remains. So you have to be very careful about this. Now, randomly check 1 or 2. Nepal, 2000. Is it okay or not? Nepal, 2000. Okay. Iran, 15,000. Iran, 15,000. So you can see that now the formula is working. So even if we have 10,000 countries or 10,000 vertical checkup, we can do that instantly, very quickly. So is it not very useful one? What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we will go for a break of 15 minutes. And after the break, I will ask some of you to show a VLOOKUP, show the use of a VLOOKUP function.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you tell how to arrange the, country have taken, we have taken the countries in alphabet order, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how did we do this, sir?
Okay, that is actually sorting that I have shown you in the in one of the earlier class. Let me copy it here again. So we have already got it here, right? So we want to sort it. So if you go here, sort, you can either use custom sort or you can directly, because we are going to do a very simple sorting from A to Z. Okay, so if we click sort A to Z, it will be sorted from A to Z. Understand?
Yes, sir. I mean, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, can you go to the once again? I mean, back to the sale amount.
Mhm.
So can you click on the 25 lakh? I mean, 2,50,000. I mean, near the Afghanistan.
Mhm.
I mean, I need to see the formula once.
Any question here?
Sir, we can't see any change, sir, on your desktop.
You can see what?
I mean, I can't see any change in your desktop. I mean, the still it is. Okay, so now I got it. Now I got it.
Yeah, Nepal 2000. You see Nepal 2000. So it is correct, right? Nothing is wrong here.
Oh,
So
sir.
you have to try by your own.
Yes, I'm trying, sir, but near the formula I got little confusion. Now I got sorted.
Okay, so after the break, what I will do, I will randomly ask 2 or 3 students to show the VLOOKUP. You don't have to have 13 column, just show three row. You don't have to show 13 rows, just show 3 or 5 rows of information of your choice. It does not necessarily have to be country and sales amount. You can use anything you like, and demonstrate in front of the class. And I'll be happy if you make any mistake, because if you make a mistake, other students will help you to solve the mistake, and all of us will learn from the mistake. So don't worry if you are not confident. You start it, and we all Okay, students, I think I had an internet problem. So we are in the break, right? After the break, I will ask 2 or 3 students randomly to show it. Okay, I'll come back after the break. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, I think we're back. Can you hear me, students?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So who can show us a little application of VLOOKUP? Let me call the name. If you do not want, just tell me I don't want to show, sir. That is fine. Okay. You can always step back. So let us not make the things very serious. I want to ask Rohit Elitam. Can you hear me, Rohit?
Yes, sir.
So can you show an very small demonstration of VLOOKUP?
Sir, I'm attending class on my mobile, sir.
Oh, you are doing class in mobile, but you should try to do it in computer, because it is, after all, Excel application class. Huh? So if for every student, try to be very serious with all your equipments in the class. Anyway, so can I ask Karthik? Karthik, ready?
So I have
Karthik,
poor connection.
you have what?
Poor network connection. So
I could not understand. You have any problem with your computer or what?
Sir, he says he's having network issues.
Okay, you are having network issue. Okay, Deepika Patnam. Deepika. Deepika, can you hear me?
I think she's
What?
not back from the break, I guess.
Okay, okay. Sri Harshi,
Yes, sir.
can you show us a little demonstration?
Sure. Sir.
Yeah. Come on, this is not very serious, thing. You just show and share your knowledge, and we all help you. This is not exam, but it will be a good practice of your exam because in our case study assessment, actually, you will have to show it to get your mark.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Yeah. So address the students of the class.
So we type Vlookup and select the country and select the area. So we get the value.
Yeah. Now extend it down. Can you extend it down? You can do it at a time, actually.
Yes.
Okay. Now, can anybody help? Okay, Deepika, no problem. So can anybody help Sri Harshi to improve it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Varush.
Yes, Sriharshi, I think you forgot to keep the dollar sign.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to do that.
Can anybody
Yes,
help
sir.
her to? Yeah,
Yes, sir, I can.
please, Pradeep.
Sriharshi,
Yeah.
click on this. I mean, click on any sales.
Hmm?
On the sales.
Sales.
Yeah, I mean, go on to the Australian first column. Yeah, there is VLOOKUP, right? I mean, double click, just double click. Okay, you can find the range. I mean the range values like E1 to 11 for F11. So in put $sign before E and after.
Where am I supposed to?
Before E.
Here.
Yeah, yeah.
No, in
Before E.
Yeah, which one should I put?
Dollar sign. Dollar sign.
Deepika Patnam, mute yourself.
Shift.
Hmm.
Shift 4. Then after E. After E.
Okay.
After E,
Actually,
not.
it is not. It more appropriate to say before one. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Then after before L, before F, and before 11. Yeah, that's it.
So let me
Present.
stop you here. Okay, do not press enter. Go there again. Go there. Okay, double click. So actually, when you type the dollar sign before E, it means that the E column will never change. No matter whether you copy the formula to the right or left or down or up, E will remain E. If you put a dollar sign before one, so one is locked. That means row number one will be locked. Again, before F column will be locked. Before 11th row will be locked. So ultimately, the whole range will be locked. The whole table will be locked, no matter how, to what direction you copy the formula. Okay, so now press enter and copy the formula. Press enter. And how to copy? click the cell. When it is a plus sign, drag, go down. Now it is so easy. You don't have to type it again and again. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I think Deepika can also show. Deepika, you have come back, I know.
Yes.
Very quickly.
Sir, I think it will take time for me because I should again rewrite the data.
Okay. You can do later. So in the meantime, Varus, do you want to show?
Yes, sir.
Please.
So can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Varush? Hello, Varush, can you hear me?
Yes, brother.
That you took the wrong values. I mean, you to here the countries names are India, Afghanistan, China, and you took the Mukesh, Ramesh, Suresh. The range is separate. I mean, different. Can you change the names from Mukesh, Ramesh to them to India, Afghanistan, China?
Wait. Varus, okay, do not delete. Press Control Z or undo it. Keep the names. Keep the names. Suresh, Ramesh, and Mukesh. Have you understood? Do not take the country name. Take the salesman name. At first, write Ramesh. I want it to be in different order. We need the same spelling, yeah. Ramesh, then Mukesh, then Suresh. Okay. So actually, if you want to get the amount of Ramesh, Mukesh, and Suresh, you can use the same technique. But remember how the VLOOKUP formula works. The VLOOKUP formula will look for the indicated value in the first column of the table array. So start it, press equal and then type VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP, yeah, bracket starts. Okay, now lookup value. What is the lookup value? Ramesh. So where should Excel look it up? In the table array, right? So what is the table? It will always look at the first column of the table. So technically you have to select a table so that these names are in the first column of the selected table. Now it is okay. Comma. Which column? We have third column. Remember, names are the first column, country is the second column, and our intended amount is in the third column. Bracket close. Finish. Okay, before copying, you have to lock. Yeah. So dollar before D, dollar before 1, before F, and before 4.
Excuse me, sir.
Enter, yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Can you hear me? Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir, regarding the. I mean, regarding
Yes.
the random between the function random between.
Function what?
Function between random between, sir. Random between.
Or ran between, okay.
Yeah, sir. Why that? I mean, why it will be changing continuously, sir? Once we go through another. I mean, see the formula and just re-enter. The values will be changing.
Actually, Excel will change it again and again. Whenever you do any change, actually Excel only do not do it for run between. It does it for every formula in the worksheet. So rand between is a random number. So every time it recalculate the things, it will recalculate it in random manner. This is what the rand between or rand function ask the Excel to do. This function asks the Excel to take the random value. So every time it recalculate the things, it takes a new random value. This is why when we try to use the rand between, we copy it and paste it as value. So that it does not change again and again.
Yes, I got it.
Okay, so I hope that you have got the idea how the VLOOKUP works. Actually, you can also use HLOOKUP in the same manner, but VLOOKUP looks vertically, but HLOOKUP looks horizontally. So I think I will show you the HLOOKUP in the next class, because I don't want you to be confused with these two things. Before we practice HLOOKUP, I think you should practice VLOOKUPs very well. So I will go to that one in the next class. And by the way, I'm asking the students, do you think that the practice, the manner we are practicing and also we are showing in the class, the students are also showing, discussing, helping each other, it helps us to learn more? Do you think that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I expect that not only 4 or 5 students will come forward. I know that you have about 83 students in this class. So I want to see new faces in the upcoming classes. And don't feel hesitation, don't feel shy, don't feel anything negative. We will do it positively. Even if you make a mistake, that is an opportunity for all of us. For example, in the last demonstration, the student has taken the name of the customer instead of the country, and that has created an opportunity to learn, to learn further. So this is why I will thank him for his mistake. Okay, so we have understood about VLOOKUP, but remember, even the VLOOKUP can be used in a bit complex manner for dealing with the data, for extracting the needed data. So we will try to do that. What I will do, I will try to use the VLOOKUP for more information. Like we want to know the due date as well. Not only the sale amount, we also want to know the due date of the particular country. And we also want to know the name of the customer. All these things. So let me delete the previous entry. You can see the screen, right? So can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
So remember, if we want to use the VLOOKUP function and find out different values for Afghanistan, for Bangladesh, we want to find the sell amount. We also want to find the due date. But remember, if we really want to use that, we have to find the lookup value. We have to get the lookup value at the beginning of the table. Okay, so what we are doing, we are inserting one empty column and we are copying this country one there. Otherwise, it will be difficult to apply the VLOOKUP for finding different values. So we are going to this one. Okay, now because we have the country at the left side of whatever we need to extract, it will be easier for us to find. So what we will do, we will sell amount. Let me do another thing. Insert 1, 2, 3. Let's say we are giving column number. Okay, sometimes we get data in this manner. And actually, let me change it. I'm exactly following the manner in which we have the original table. Customer, due date, sell amount. This is just an example, but you can use VLOOKUP in different way actually. So I'm trying to give an example that can help you to understand the ways of using this one. So what I want to show you, I will write the formula only at once and then just copy down and copy right. Everything will be updated. Watch this very carefully. So at first I will do this at a time. Later on I will show you in a slow pace. Okay, so at first I will do it very quickly. So product is equals to, we'll look for Afghanistan. Oh, sorry, VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP, we'll look for Afghanistan, comma, in this table. And I will lock it by using $sign. Then I need the product, right? So product is in the second column. So it will be this one plus 1, then false. And not only that, I don't want to change the row when it goes down. And also I don't want to change the column when it goes right. So now I entered and we get it. Now look if the information is correct.
So
Look if the information is
What
correct.
about due date, sir?
The due
not
date
correct.
is wrong, sir.
Okay. Actually, Excel has given it by default. Excel has one number dedicated for every day. For example, let us write down today's date. Today, what is the date today? 25 August, right? Right, today is 25 August, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so if I format it as a number, then what happens you see? 44,433. So the serial number of today's date is 44,433. Now, if I write down maybe in another cell, 44,434. Okay. Now let us convert both these numbers into date. What happened? So it is 25th August 21 is 26th August 21. Do you understand? So by default, Excel might convert it into number, but that is not a problem. Just select the date, select the number, and make it a date. Now format it as a date, then you will get the date. So now can you see? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Is the data okay? Correctly extracted? I want to hear from many students. Is it correctly extracted?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you click on the product 17 product F?
The first one, right? Okay.
Yes, sir. Just for formula. Thank you, sir.
So the challenge is, you will type the formula only once and then only copy it to the right and copy it to the down, and you'll get the whole thing done. So that is the challenge. For doing that, what I have done, if you look now, let us examine the formula. So you can look at the formula bar. That will help you better. Okay, so this is the formula bar. So I have asked Excel to look for the text in cell H3. Okay, so H3 contains the name of the country. First country is Afghanistan. Now I have put a $sign before H. Why? Can you guess why? Before H, but not before 3. So putting a $sign means what? It means that. It means what?
It means that the column H is fixed.
Yeah, I have put the $sign before the column. That means column will not change. So when I copy to the right, it will always look for Afghanistan. So let us click on the next one. You can see it is still H3. If we click on the next one, it is still H3. But if we go down, it is H4. So if I put a $sign before 3 in the first formula, then even if we go down, it will always look for Afghanistan. We don't want that, right? So this is why intentionally what we have done, we have put the $sign only before the column, but not before the row. So you have to be very, very clever while you do it. Do you understand? Do you understand why I put the $sign only before H, and this is very critical?
Yes, sir.
To show you, let me delete this $sign before H and then copy the formula. Then what happens? Can you see what happened? Hello?
Yes, sir. You can see, sir.
Undo, undo, undo. Okay, now let us delete the $, before H and put the $, before 3. Then we'll see what happened. Now I'm selecting this one, copying down, and then copying to the right. See what happened? It is not working. Undo, undo, undo. Okay, now it is okay again. So I hope that I have explained why I have to use the $sign before the column here. Okay, now let us look at the table array. The table array is okay. We have already understood that we have to put $sign before everything of the table array. Now let us go to the next trick. Actually, we don't want to write down the formula again and again. This is why what we have done, we have actually given a column number on top of the column. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have seen that in the original table array, product is in the second column. Okay, so we need 2 here, but we have 1 before one on top of this one. So what we have done, we have given the reference of I1 plus 1, so it becomes 2. So whenever we copy it to the right, it will become J1 plus 1, so it will become 2 plus 1, and so on. But remember, when we copy it down, we don't want it to go down to the product or A, B, C, D, E, F. We don't want it to go down. This is why we have fixed the row. How to fix the row? Put a $sign before the row number. So before 1, I have put a $sign. So this is how actually you can do it. Let us show, if you do not put the $sign before the row number, then what happens? I'm copying it to the down and then copying it to the, and then copying it to the right. You see what happened? This is the result of inappropriate use of the $sign in the form, in the formula or function. Now it is okay. So I hope that I have made it clear to you. So can you utilize the VLOOKUP function for creating this kind of table from the original table of data?
Yes, sir.
You have to extract the subset of data from a bigger set of data, bigger data table. So it is very easy actually. You can use the VLOOKUP for doing this. So I think you need a little practice. And after that, I want to see a new face who will show me. You don't need that much big table. Maybe you can take only 3 rows of entry and show it. So who will do that? After 5 minutes. Okay, I might ask any one of the class, and I'm expecting that the students will come forward enthusiastically. So do you need 5 minutes of practice?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please do it by yourself. When you see that someone is showing you and you understand everything, that is not sufficient. You have to do it by your own right now. Otherwise, you will not be able to do it later. So I'm giving you 5 minutes time for practice. And after that, I will ask maybe 1 or 2 or 3 students randomly, to do it in front of the class. And you are welcome to make mistake, because if you make mistake, we are happy. We will help you to overcome it, and we will also learn. Are you practicing, students?
Yeah. Yes, sir, we are practicing.
Yeah, please do not take any break. This is time for your practice. Okay. Durga Kandukuri, can you hear me? Durga. Durga Kandukuri. Sriman Munagala.
Yes, sir.
So can you show us?
Doing it. Thinking about it.
Okay, Sriman. No problem. You can practice with us. We can help you. You can just share your screen and let us help you to practice. No problem. Is that okay, Sriman? Okay, your screen sharing is not turning on. Anyway, sorry for you. Then Laharika ready? Laharika. Laharika is not responding. Gaddam Shashank. Gaddam Shashank. Not responding. So who want to be volunteer? I can understand if I call anyone, they might not respond. Who wants to volunteer? Only one volunteer I need.
So can I?
Who wants?
Can I?
Who wants actually? Varush or Pragati? Who?
Sir, it's okay. You can choose one.
Okay. Okay, Varush, please do. We cannot hear you.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I can hear you. So who can help Varush? Arush, are you talking or just doing it silently?
Sorry, sir, my mic was off.
Okay.
I didn't see that, sir. Sorry. So I'm just arranging the array. So I'm keeping the dollar signs for stabilizing the table array. Yes, as you can see that this will be happen if we take this formula like VLOOKUP. I need to change it to short date and yes, sir.
Okay, so probably you didn't make any mistake, so you could not learn that much. But thank you very much for doing it correctly. You have definitely learned from your correct demonstration. Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to discuss about the condition function. Actually, we call it if. We actually develop some kind of conditional argument using the if function. That is very important actually. So I want to do that. I want to show you that. The if function. Okay. So let me copy the worksheet. Move to end, create a copy. Okay. So this one was for what? For VLOOKUP, right? So let us rename so that we can identify which one is what. VLOOKUP. Product list. Okay. So this one was for what? Was data validation and drop down. Valid. And this one is the list. VLOOKUP. We have also done removing duplicate, but we cannot name that actually. So this one is about if and nested if. Okay. So I'm deleting this one because I don't need this one anymore. Delete. Now, we have seen that we have a due date here, right? We have a due date. Let us change a few due dates. Let us make it, for example, this one. Let us make it 30 instead of 31st August. Let us make it 15th of August so that we can find a few with overdue item. Let us make it 21 May. So we have got some overdue item. Anyway, now let's say we want to come up with another. Can you hear me? We want to come up with another column showing the due status, kind of status, due status. So the information displayed in this column will depend on some condition. Okay. For example, if it is in the year 2022, then we can say probably we can say due next year. Then if it is later in the year 2021, then we can say that it is due this year. And if it is already before today, then we can say it is overdue. these three type of status, we will come up with the if statement. So you can see that whenever we describe, we are also using the word if. Okay, so similar thing. So let us write something. At first, let us use the simple if. So is it overdue or not? Overdue, question mark. Okay, so let me write down equals if bracket starts. Now you have to put the logical test. So what is the logical test? The logical test is a condition. If the condition is met, then it is true. If the condition is not met, then it is false. Something like that. So we can write down the logical test is like this: whether this due date is greater or less than today. Later or so what we need to do, we need to write down the date of today actually. Insert date of report. Let's say the date of report is today. So it is equals. So do you understand the function today? Today means the day on which you are working with the Excel function, Excel workbook. So tomorrow when you open this function, it will not show 25th August, it will show 26th August. So it is also a kind of dynamic thing, you know. So now I will start the if function. So this is one is equals to if this date is greater than today. So when it will be greater than today, if it is a future date, am I right or wrong? Students? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah,
You know,
right, sir.
actually, let me remind you about the quick way of answering, responding me. You can use the space bar. You just press the space bar and respond, and then release the space bar. And that is the way of quick responding your course instructor. Okay, so so if E4 is the due date. If it is greater, that means if it is higher than today's date, then we will say that no, because it is not overdue. No, that is value if true, comma, value if false. So what will be the value if it is not meeting that condition? Then we will say yes. Okay, bracket close, finish. So let us make it centered. Look, it will look better. So now I'm copying down. So do you think that it is correct? Do you think that the formula has been employed correctly?
No.
No, why? Because we can clearly see this one is overdue. This one is overdue, 10th May 2021. It is, but it is showing yes. Why? There is a reason. We have made a mistake in the formula. In the formula, we have said Excel, we have asked Excel to check the due date with a particular date. So when we copy the formula, this one will also change. Let me show. Let us click this one. You see, it is checking with C. So how can it give you the correct answer? So what you need to do, you have to lock it. So here, this C1 cell must be locked. Dollar before C, dollar before 1. Now enter. Now copy it. I have done the mistake intentionally so that you can understand. Now let us check, you know, if the things are okay. Can you check it and tell me? Are you checking?
Yes, sir, correct.
Correct, right? 15 August 2021 is already overdue. Then 10 May 2021 is also overdue. This is how you get it. This is how you can apply the if function. Okay, and it is very important. You will need this function very, very frequently. Now, now what we can say, let's say that our authority has given importance of collection as critical. Our authority has said that it is very critical to collect the high value of the receivables. So let's say if the receivable is more than 50,000, more than or equal to 50,000, then it is critical. Okay, then it is very important to collect. Let us write down here, and let us write down the note here. Just for understanding purpose. Okay, let us write it below here, below the table. If the amount is less than 50,000, then it is normal. Okay, if it is greater than or equal to 50,000, but less than 100,000, then we call it, let us write it to the right side. Okay, then we call it important. And if it is above, that is greater than 100,000, then we call it critical. Okay, so these are the things you have to come up here. You know, checking each and every one again and again is very difficult. So let us have another nested if function, because we are going to use a function that is that will combine many conditions. Okay, degree of importance. So we will combine three conditions. So let us write down equals if this one is greater than 100,000, okay, greater than 100,000, then we will call it what? We'll call it what?
Critical, sir.
Critical. Else, we cannot really conclude here because we have two more conditions. So what we will do, we will start another bracket here. Okay, so now what is happening? If F4 is greater than 100,000, it is critical. Otherwise, again, another condition. If it is, so what Excel will do, Excel will check if it is more than 100,000 or not. Okay, then it will check if it is more than 50,000, more than or equal to or more than 50,000 or not. Okay, so let us click the value again, greater than or equal to 50,000, then we say it is what? Important, right? Important. And if not, now we do not have any more value. We just say, because if it is not equal to or greater than 50,000, then it will definitely be less than 50,000. So we don't have to specifically mention that criteria. So otherwise it is normal. Okay, now let us close the bracket. Because we have started two brackets, so we have to end with two brackets. We have a mistake here. Let us try to see what mistakes we have. Not trying to type a formula when the first character is an equal. We have to check it. So if this one is greater than critical, else
Sir,
Mhm.
sir, okay, why don't we give that less than 5,000? I mean 50,000.
Sorry, tell me again.
Why don't we give less than 50,000?
Because if it is, in this case, we can actually clearly say that if it is not more than 100,000 and not more than 50,000 or even not equal to 50,000, then definitely it should be less than 50,000. So all other values are less than 50,000. This is why we don't need to write that. And even if you write that, then you have to have the value if false portion. So in that case, what will you write? That
Let's
is the
record
thing.
it.
Yeah, I think I have done a kind of mistake here. Let me come back to you maybe in 1 minute after I recheck it. Okay.
Sir, maybe you should put another if.
Yeah, I'm coming back to you. Just. Okay, that is a very silly mistake. Anyway, actually, we have to type another if here. Okay. Do you get it? Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you get it here. So copy it down and we will see if we have any more mistake. So let us check if it is okay or not. So look, if it is more than 50,000, that means it is between 50 and 1 lakh, 55,000, it is important. If it is 1 lakh, again, it is important because we have said that it has to be, let us check. If it is greater than one critical, okay. So if it is equal to 100,000, then it is actually, look at the formula. The formula says that if it is greater than 100,000, then it is critical. But if it is greater than or equal to 50,000, so 1 lakh is going in the important part, okay? Important part. So we have to say here that it is equal to. So including 50,000 and 100,000. And critical part is more than 100,000 only. So this is how you can actually use the nested if function for coming up with different kind of derived information. Okay, this information is derived from the previous information, right? Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
So can you apply it? I think you will be able to apply it, right? Okay. So who can actually give me the direction, based on whatever we have done here? Who can give me the direction to use another nested if function with a kind of formula in formula? something like that. So let's say we want to find let us combine VLOOKUP with if. So what we will do, in this formula, we are saying that whether the amount is overdue or not, right? Whether the amount is overdue or not. Okay. Now what I will do, I will copy this portion and paste it here. And let us correct the formula. So what we will check? We will check if G4, it is not actually G4, it will be the date because we have copied it. So so now it should be okay. Now I will drag it down. Okay. So doing the same thing we have done here. So let's say we want to find country. So similarly, the same thing that we have done before. So now what I'm doing, I'm just trying to show you how the different things we learn can be combined for dealing with different types of analysis problem. So let's say now we have the country here. We have the country here, and we don't have this column. Let us hide this column. Let's say we have not done it here. We have not done it. So what we want to do it in a separate table. We want to do it a separate table. We want to find whether, and now you can see now the countries are not in the order of the country in the original table, right? So now what we want to do, we want to check for Afghanistan. For Afghanistan, what is the sell amount? That is possible by doing the VLOOKUP, right? So we just want to find the degree of importance. So let us hide this one as well. So degree of importance. Degree of importance. Okay, now let us delete this one. Forget about what we have done before. So let us do it from the very beginning. So now we will write equals VLOOKUP this country, and because we will copy down, we will not copy to the right, so I'm not locking it. And the table array is this one. And we have to lock it. $, $, $. Okay. Now column index number. So what we want to do is column index number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we want the cell amount. Okay, then false. Bracket close, but we are not ending here. What we will do, we will want only the degree of importance. Okay, so what we are saying, if this value, if this value is greater than 100,000, then it is what? Critical. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Remember, the text must be within the quotation mark. Okay. Otherwise, if it is greater than or equal to 50,000, then it is important within quotation important, important. And if all the conditions fail, then it will be normal. Okay. Can you hear me, students?
Yes, sir.
We can hear you.
Okay. But remember, we have not completed the statement actually. We have to copy this portion. So Excel will always check this one, this portion, copy. So here I have kept it empty because I'll copy it later. So if Excel will look for the sell amount of Afghanistan in the original table and check if it is greater than 100,000, then it will return critical. Then again, if it is not satisfied, then Excel will check if it is greater than or equal to 50,000, the same value. So same VLOOKUP, J4, V3, F16, 5 false. Okay, greater than or equal to 50,000. If it is true, then it will return important. Otherwise, it will return normal. So I just copy it down. So now you can see the values of Afghanistan and Myanmar are critical. They are not returning the money. So they are supposed to return a lot of money. Okay, not returning actually because they have due debt. So they have a lot of money to return, more than 100,000. So these two countries are showing critical, Afghanistan and Myanmar. We have got the data very quickly. We have got the final outcome very quickly. Then we can see that Bhutan and Pakistan and Sri Lanka, these are important. Let us look at here. Pakistan has 50,000. Then what? Bhutan has 55,000 and Sri Lanka has 100,000. So all are important and remaining amounts are less than 50,000. This is why those are normal. So can you see, although the formula is quite long, but you do not have to remember it. You do not have to memorize it. You will just logically develop the formula and function to come up with a result. And making mistake is a very common phenomena when you work with a spreadsheet. Even if you become a very, very expert, doing have 20 years of experience in doing this kind of calculation and this kind of analysis, still you can make mistake. And there is always a scope to audit the formula. Audit means checking the formula again to correct it. Okay, so have you understood how the Excel can be very useful?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you have any question,
Sir, I have a doubt.
please.
Not related to what you taught. But sir, like you see the critical, normal, and important, there are 3 stages, right? Can we give a color code to them so that we can easily identify
sure.
what is critical and what is not?
Let us do it. Okay, let us do it. Thank you for asking. Conditional formatting. Okay, you can give highlight cell rules. Okay, highlight cell rules. You can say, okay, text that contain critical will be this formatting. Okay, you can see, And then again, text that contain important. Now you will change it definitely, right? So probably that will be yellow filled with dark yellow text. Okay. And again, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, text that contains normal. It has to be exactly what is there. Let us make it green. Okay. This is how you can do it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any other question? Let me, because you are my student, so I feel it is important to remind you that do the practice again and again, whatever we are doing in the class, because I'm giving you the video record of the class. So, go to the relevant part of the class and watch it and do it by yourself, exactly in the manner I'm showing it in the class, and also other students are showing in the class. So do it, and that will really help you to grow interest in spreadsheet analysis of financial data. So I'm telling you again and again, actually, in the next class, we will discuss the remaining portion of the Excel, and in the following class, we will start with financial applications. So if you are not, if you have not done sufficient practice by this time, then you will be weaker in solving the financial problems that will start in the upcoming classes. Okay, and at that time you will not have that much time to practice these preliminary things. Whatever functions, formula, tools we are discussing now, you have to practice those things right now. Remember that at the end of every discussion, we have our assessment, continuous assessment, that will contain 20 marks each, and that is not really only a home assignment. I have already told you. So let me remind you again, in fact, because students tend to forget. Let me open the file first. Can you see it?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
So this is the outline, course outline. So probably in the following class, I will complete the Excel portion. And in class 9 to 10, that means actually that will be 5th class. 5th or 4th class, I have to check it. So we will go for discussion about various financial ratios, ratio comparison, DuPont system of analysis. And in the following class, we will do a comprehensive spreadsheet modeling of financial ratio analysis in the class. And then you will have to present, you'll have to show the assigned case. The students will have to demonstrate it on the screen. They will have to share their screen and do it during the class. You can do it, you will definitely do it at home and you will submit it, but when the class starts, I will ask the group members, I will ask different group members randomly to delete a portion of the Excel spreadsheet and do it again in front of the class, and I will mark it. And not only that, you will have a separate marking for contribution in the discussion. Let's say I am presenting and another student from another group, they are helping me to correct it, or they are saying that, well, you can do it in a better way in this manner. Okay, this kind of contribution. So whoever will make contribution, there will be a mark for each student. So you will also get marked by helping other students to improve their calculation or correct their calculation during these sessions. So you will have separate marking for your presentation and demonstration, And also you will have marking for helping other students during their presentation. So if you can do this, we have 3 classes for the first one. So this will carry 20 marks. Again, after that, we will discuss about that future value, present value, and all these things. Then we will show the loan amortization and all this thing. Again, you will have another case study presentation in 3 classes. So every student will present, and in a similar manner, you will be marked. So it is not only home assignment, after doing the home assignment, then you will have to present it during the class and also help other students to improve their presentation or their calculation. So you'll have 3 cases like this. And that will carry how many marks? That will carry 20 plus 20 plus 20, total 60 marks of your total grade. So you have to be very serious about that. So if you do not practice the preliminary things very well, then you are going to be stuck there. Okay, so I don't want you to be like that. This is why I'm suggesting that please practice whatever we discuss in the class right on that day or on the following day. Okay, I hope that I could make it clear. So that's all about today's class discussion. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask me. Okay, I presume that there is no question. Thank you very much. I will see you on next Wednesday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.